Baba? Ha-ba-ba-ba? There we go. Why is it doing that? Why is it Haba doing that, though? It's done that like 3 times in the past 24 hours. What's up with that? Capture card? Capture card? Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good day. Hello. Welcome to the show. And happy Sunday. We're back with this. We're back with the show. We're back with this. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. That's what it says. The 100 Last Defense Academy line. 2. Welcome. We are deep in the thick of it. We are in the middle of the killing game. Let's get a quick summary. Suck A.S.A. Let's get a quick, I'll give you a quick recap. I like doing recaps now. I don't know. We've been doing recaps the past couple weeks. I've noticed. It feels natural to do. Suck my... Dang it. Guys, we got 2 new emotes. Z-Brag Angel, Z-Brag Devil. I've been thinking for a long time what I wanted the first 100-line emote to be. Notice I said first. This is going to be over a year. Don't be surprised if there's another. And at one point or another, I think Pixel like jokingly suggested, I don't know if he was serious or joking, but the suggestion was a joke. Where he was like, what if you did a Kako and an Ima? And I forget what he called it. You can share it if you remember, Pixel. If you want to, I don't know. But I kept that in mind because I was like, that's not a bad idea. It could be fun to just do like a duo emote. I don't know if he would have been working on the Snack and Nav emotes at the time. Maybe that's where the idea came from. I forget if it was before or after that, or maybe only Pixel knew because he was making them. But I was definitely like, I like that idea. So I kept that in mind for a while, let the playthrough brew a bit. And then we came back from, finishing the first route. That's right, Pixel, yes. That was Pixel's suggestion at first. Months ago. And I was like, oh. But I kept it in mind for a while. I thought about what I wanted it to be. At one point, I had separate ideas for a Kako emote and an Ima emote. And maybe a few others. I was just trying to think of like what I wanted to do. But since those will never see the light of day, I kind of wanted to do, like the MoMA yell. I kind of wanted to do that for Ima. Which is sort of conveyed by this. He's leaning in and like yelling. I was kind of thinking that for an Ima, and I was thinking like a detective Kako. But then when I was like, oh, there's got to be parody if I'm going to do a duo. I went for Angel and Devil, because that seemed like a pretty easy theme to land on. Because, at least for Ima, like, he has a very devilish class weapon. And then Kako has, like, she's not as, like, blatantly like an angel, but she seems to have, like, a biblical angel in her rifle. More like another devil, really, but, I thought it made sense. And I also love them both, and Pixel did a great job. So everybody say thank you, Pixel. Good work. And now we have them. Hooray. Guys, it's been half a year since I've had a new emote. Isn't that crazy for me? Greg Big Girl, yo. I like this version of the song. So, quick recap. Oh my god. Let's get the show on the road, Zebra. Quick recap. Okay, so last time the killing game started. I'm only gonna recap last time. Nothing before that. Alright, I have to touch upon before that. We're in a killing game. There's been a proposed death game. Gaku died. We killed A.S.A. Oh, interesting. Good, good. So, we killed A.S.A. Gaku was killed. There's a killing game. Isaac, thank you so much. Goodbye. Don't get spoiled. More than you already have. Gaku was killed. Gaku's dead. Steinbrunner's here. Oh, yo. Kingo made it so far in Yu Yu Hakusho already. I can't keep up with this guy. You know, if I started Yu Yu Hakusho this week, do you know where I would be? I don't even know if I would be past, like, the Kurama and Hiei and that other third guy. Oh, okay. It's been an all weekend thing. Is Gaku working for that? That's something he'd end up on. That's in some other route. There's a killing game. We went to enter the killing game. Darumi stoked. There are bees now. There is a sponsor. The sponsor looks like the diver from Scooby-Doo. They killed Kurara as tribute. It was very sad. I felt very uncomfortable watching it. Kyoshika's a mess. Everybody hates Takumi. And Takumi went out into the wastes alone. The killing game, by the way, is an invader hunt. And it's literally just go out into the wild and kill as many invaders as you can and win points. And Takumi was banished. Nobody liked him. He begged Hiroko to take him on her team, and she was like, no. Takamaru's out there with Kako and Ima. And presumably Shoma, but Shoma has been MIA for some reason. And he's also in last. I think something big is going to happen with him today, whatever that may be. He has been absent. Like, and no one's drawn attention to it either, which is weird. Hiroko's out there with Darumi, her pet. And then the rest of the girls went out together. Nozomi and Tsubasa are beefing. Not actually, but like in our version, yes. And I got Moko and Kyoshika with them too. Again, Kyoshika's a mess. She loves Lady Kurara. And Takumi's out there alone. And who's the one I didn't mention yet? Well, god dang, it's Yugamu, who came to the rescue in a magical moment. Saved Takumi. They formed the ultimate duo. And then they went back to the school for a couple days. They were doing their own thing. And then Hiroko shows up and proposes the anti-sponsor alliance, where she has Yugamu work on this bee for drugs. Takumi's getting info, and she's working on... What is Hiroko doing? She's trying to find out... We're trying to find out the identity of the sponsor, I think. That's Takumi's job. Yugamu's job is to Investigate the bee. I don't know what Hiroko's doing. Sipping on wine? What's her part in this? I forget. She's focusing on something else. We have our roles in the anti-sponsor alliance. Every time you say it, it also has to show up like that. She's the delegator. Yeah, she always is. She knows how to run a tight ship, this woman. We've had a lot of choices to make, which I think is cool. There was join the invader hunt, which we could have denied. There was team up with Yugamu, which we could have denied. I don't imagine these lead to full routes, but maybe they do. Like this one I could just see being a bad ending. Like Takumi doesn't team up with Yugamu and then he just dies out there or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe there's a lone wolf Takumi route. And this, I think we would just get killed on the spot, would we not? This would just be everyone gets eaten by the bees. I don't know. But we'll see. This route, you know what I do think probably exists? We seem to be on the route where we're like, you know, standing up against the sponsor. I have to imagine there's a route where Takumi just buys into it and like goes full in on the killing game. I could see that being a thing. Maybe. What sounded like it? I don't remember what that sounds like, so. Also, hi, Renza. And Ava thinks their characters overlap. Ava's in a cage. Ava, I'm gonna keep interchanging the two, sorry. Hello, Tsubasa. And Takumi today, what is he doing right now? Takumi is talking to everyone. Whatever that means. I forget. Is he still investigating? No, he found out, we figured out that there's no way the sponsor is an invader, which means it's some third party. And now he's talking to the others just to see what's up, I guess, to see if anybody has any info. Takumi. Tsubasa lowered her eyes awkwardly when I called out to her. I'm sorry for abandoning you the other day. Did everything turn out all right after that? Yeah, I managed to walk away with my life somehow. Yugamu and I are fam now. I'm so happy for you. I don't want to see any more of my friends dying. I like her too. But that means Shoma's in trouble for the first round, huh? Shoma? Yeah, you know, Shoma. Oh my god, I forgot all about Shoma. We didn't see him at all last week. He's not taking part in the game at all. Oh. Takamaru's been pulling out all the stops to invite him, but he refuses to even leave his room. Yeah, Tsubasa doesn't get to ride in the car. Oh, Slugmore? He's cool.
Huh?
Oh, I forgot to post in my Tomodachi updates last night. Crom does have a new friend. With a pretty funny nickname. He befriended Franny. Who he started to call Pretzel. I see. Shoma's probably going to be the first to die if things continue like this. We could save him if we took down the sponsor before that happened. Tsubasa, do you happen to know anything about the sponsor? Where did he come up with that? He saw her government-issued ID with her real name. And he read it as Pretzel. Trying to find out their true identity. That's a question I'd like to answer myself. Why'd they show up and make us take part in this killing game? Why did they stick me on Nozomi's team, Takumi? The sponsor didn't do that. There are no actual teams. Takumi, this sucks. None of it makes any sense. Tsubasa, you can leave the team at any time. They do still live in the pop pad, just the two of them. Hello, Darumi. Guys, I moved the entire SD onto the island. They all made it in. I was back and forth about whether I wanted to do that, but as we've gotten deeper into this and everyone has sort of become a character, I couldn't help it. This is bliss! Whoa, who just shouted? I don't know why I asked. It is I, Darumi, and I'm shouting because this is the happiest I've ever been. Killing game? Check. Mistress Hiriko's lapdog? Check. Killing and 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 killing. Check, check, and check. I'm Mistress Hiriko's loyal lapdog in a killing game? What else does a person need to be happy in life? Just thinking about how I'm gonna wring the innards out of those invaders tomorrow, release my so many endorphins into my brain, I may just pass out from sheer pleasure. Darumi was enjoying the current situation with every fiber of her being. At least someone's having a good time. I still couldn't understand why Hiriko would team up with someone like that. I'm like nervous that Hiriko is gonna like dispose of Darumi, so to speak. Or hurt her, kind of. It seems like she's using her. And that's gonna make me sad if so. Info about this sponsor's identity? Oh my, are you investigating that too?
Huh?
Too? As in, you're also looking into this? Yo bet. I even tried to film a day-in-the-life documentary of the sponsors some time ago. We should do that on some route. Movies for us? Yeah, I think I'll pass. Day in the life?
No.
First, I made a camera with the Gift-O-Matic. Then I tailed the sponsor around for 24 hours. Wait, how did you do this?
Yeah.
That way, if they ever revealed their face during that time, we'd catch it on film, right? And did you? Oh, I wish. They cling to that spacesuit like it was the championship belt itself. How's it possible to carry out any sort of daily routine with that suit on? What about food? Straw? 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 The sponsor doesn't eat. Doesn't eat? Yep, never saw them eat or sleep even once. She kept buzzing out orders to their bee underlings day in, day out. Do you think it could be? Yep, I'm thinking it too. 3 bees in a trench coat. 3 bees in a trench coat. Oh my god. Sponsor can stay active for 24 hours without any food or sleep. Sounded unbelievable to me, but Moko wasn't the type to tell tall tales. We're dealing with a real main event headliner here. Better be ready for a Royal Rumble if you're trying to unveil their real identity. Hi, Takamaru. Are we friends? Are we chill? Can I have a minute? I'm gathering information about the sponsor right now and... Sorry, man. I ain't got nothing to say to you. You're just bad luck these days. Everything you touch turns to ashes. Bad luck, huh? It's part of being the school jinx, I guess. Look what you did to Gaku's bloody jacket. Takamaru, you're still wearing it. Yeah, that's what he would have wanted. It's not burned to ash. It's the same as I found it. Takumi. I thought that was Kyoshika and Kako. I was like, what are they hanging out for? Hello, Eva. Looking as dejected as I'd left her. She was clearly still aghast at not being able to get her mask back. Okay. How is she gonna play into this, I wonder? Do not speak to me as if we were friends. I will never, ever forgive you for sending Lady Carrara to her dismal death. Be gone, accursed Grim Reaper, and give Lady Carrara back to me. Calm down, Kyoshika. I'm sorry, Takumi, but Kyoshika's still very angry about what happened, so... And they're married on my Tomodachi now. Kyoshika and Carrara. I knew it wasn't popular, but actually having such vitriol spewed directly in my face was a sobering experience. Dang. Yeah, alright, I've collected quite a bit of info. Learned a lot and was glad I'd mustered up the courage to talk to everyone, except for that last one. That one still hurts. And the Takamaru one, that one still hurts too. I don't think Eva said anything nice about me either. Well, I had a nice chat with Moko at least. After putting the information down in a notebook, I prepared for the nightly meeting.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Hey, party people! For the Anti-Sponsor Alliance, the bedtime announcement was now a call to action instead of a reminder to rest. A sign for us to gather and report on the day's findings. So now we know it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. And still manages to be so powerful. They should just quit sponsoring killing games and go make a killing in the business world instead. As is. Who wouldn't be impressed by a corporate soldier who can work all day and night? There's neither the time nor place to be joking around. Precisely the time and place to be funny. Hello? Morbid humor is the best way to deal with morbid situations. You know who I am? That's just how strong the enemy we're up against is, right, Hiroko? This sponsor person is an enigma. Takumi, did you find anything out today? You go first. Okay. Here are my notes. 3 bees in a trench coat? My God. Stays active for 24 hours without any sort of nutritional replenishment. Are we dealing with a robot? We can't rule out that possibility considering what little we know of their identity. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Actually, it was Moko's idea. Moko, you say? Thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? Was that a joke? It must be. Your entire existence is one. Laugh at him, Yugamu. Laugh at him. That's pretty funny. Allow me to share my additional findings on the bee's anatomy next. Check it out. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Some interesting truths were uncovered as a result. You know this thing dies if it uses its stinger on you? This is a known fact. Look, I can make it dance. Look at me, I'm a bee. Oh, that's funny. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort as well. It's as fragile as life itself. But it can't be so weak. These bills killed Carrara like it was nothing. Carrara's not very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, despite how she would boast. Yeah, he just right onto the bed. I just did the laundry today, man. Their bodies were likely enhanced by some supernatural means when they were still alive. Tastes good, though. Supernatural. In other words, hemoanima. Ability to move around without needing to eat or rest. Hemoanima enhanced bees. The more we tried to pry into the sponsor's business, the more of their uncanny strengths we seem to discover. But none of these proved that the sponsor themselves was impossible to defeat. We could just find a way to get them out of that invincibility suit. Last but not least, let's hear what Hiroko has to tell us. You find that spare suit you talked about? Yes, I pinpointed the location yesterday. That's right, this is what she was doing. She was working on figuring out the suit. She was working on figuring out the weakness.
Oh.
If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suit by tomorrow. She reveals the new logo. Really?
Oh.
I honestly wasn't expecting to find it so soon either. Once we actually have it, uncovering a weakness or two should be trivial work. Unfortunately for the sponsor, their invader hunt is about to draw to a premature close. Kinda reminds me of DC... Oh, yeah. Kinda reminds me of DC Comics. What? Anything we can do to help you secure the spare suit? Get the feeling she's funnier on this route? Quite a lot. In fact, I'd venture to say I couldn't possibly recover the suit without your help. The suit is located somewhere to the south of this campus. Actually, getting the suit's gonna be the easy part. The thing is, if the bees flying around find out what we're doing, all our efforts will go down the drain. Because then the sponsor would realize what we're up to. That's why we're going to need a little bit of creative prep to hoodwink those roaming bees. With that preface, Hiroko shared with us a brief outline of her plan. Our operation commences at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The three of us here, plus Darami, will head south in the direction of town.
Oh.
Once we're somewhere in the vicinity of this area, we'll start hunting down invaders. As we do, we'll destroy the ruins around there in the flashiest way possible, kicking up as much dust and ash as we can. I'll use the sudden drop in visibility as camouflage to secretly move to the place with the spare suit without being discovered by the bees. We'll meet up once I find the suit, and rush back to school to examine it until we can discover its weaknesses. After we ascertain a way to destroy the invincibility suit. Yeah. Hey guys! It's showdown time with the sponsor. Hiroko's plan was simple but bold. She would absolutely end everything tomorrow if circumstances allowed. Both the invader hunt and the sponsor themselves. This is such a death flag, though.
Oh.
Will you help me, Takumi and Yugamo? An earnest plea for help from Hiroko without her usual barbs was a straight yes from me. I nodded vigorously. Of course I'll help. Let's get that suit and bring down the sponsors to get... I'm against this plan. I won't be joining it. Is it because of Darami? What's gotten into you, Yugamo? Is something wrong with the plan? Nothing wrong with the plan, per se. What's wrong is one of the participants. Hiroko, why are you letting Darami join the operation tomorrow? What's up with that, huh? I thought we had something special. You've been insisting all this time she's nothing but your in-game partner and not a member of the anti-sponsor alliance. Look, she's not even in the logo. Look, you got the purple, you got the red, you got the blue. Are you saying this blue is her? Are you saying we're both the blue-haired one? There's only one of us. She's very strong. She'll be useful in combat. That's nice, but you're dodging the question. What guarantee is there she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning how to plan? She lives and breeds killing games. I can already picture her lunging at us in an unrestrained anger when she finds out we're trying to put a stop to her beloved game. You're overthinking this. She'll be too engrossed in the game to even notice what we're doing. Throw a ball of yarn at her and she'll go nuts for it. That's what dogs do. That's a cat, lady. You should know this. It's counterproductive to let someone so engrossed with killing games into our confidence. I disagree. I'm bringing her along tomorrow by hook or by crook. I have my reasons. She holds up a hook and a crook. I have my reasons. Oh, such as? discussion was leading nowhere. Neither Hiroko nor Yugamu seemed willing to compromise. Tomorrow's operation would be aborted if we didn't find a way to break the stalemate. I had to do something. I had to make a choice. I'm afraid I have to take Yugamu's side this time, Hiroko. Score! We're putting our lives on the line tomorrow. Yet at the same time, you're trying to involve someone outside of the Alliance. You can't blame us for feeling hesitant. What was that, Takumi? You're trying to involve someone outside of the anti-sponsor alliance. You can't blame us for feeling hesitant. Even you think so. She averted her eyes and bit on her lips. Fine. I won't ask for your help anymore. No! I'll get the suit myself. No! Hold on. I'm not finding fault with you or anything. No, come on, the Alliance. I love it. Look, anti-sponsor alliance, look! It doesn't work anymore, Takumi. You broke it. No! I reached out quickly and grabbed Hiroko's hand before she could leave the room. We understand you have secrets you can't fully share with us, and we know you have your reasons. But can't you at least tell us something? It has to be something out of the ordinary, right? You're not the type to insist on doing things your way for mere selfish reasons. And how are you so sure I'm not? Because you trusted me. So I trust you too. It was Hiroko who trusted me and brought me out, when everyone else was shunning me and calling me a jinx. If she needed help, I wanted to do everything in my power to help her. I quietly pleaded with Hiroko, just like puppy dog eyes, while intensely staring at her in the eyes, praying hard she would trust and lean on me. And then... it was a sigh of resignation. The trouble with your generic face is how it completely disarms me when you're spouting the occasional hero-like rhetoric. Very well. You will have a full explanation on why I must bring Darumi along. Really? Yes, but not here. Outside. I'll be waiting for you on the roof. Come alone. Oh, okay. Oh, I see how it is. Alright, fine, I'll just make myself at home. For the love of murder, I'm the outcast now? You bring a girl some rosé, you bring a couple pretzels, and this is how she treats you. Fine, I don't mind. Go ahead, Takumi. I'll be right here chopping up this bee or something. I don't know. I'll keep your bed warm for you until you return. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll be right back after I hear what she has to say. Also, don't touch my bed. Also, put your pants back on. No promises, buddy. Please, promise. I left Yugamu behind in my room and went out to the roof. We're going to reuse some assets here, Takumi. Come, sit on the ledge with me. Please tell me. She went back to her room. Over here, Takumi. Yes! I turned toward the direction of the voice and saw Hiroko seated on the ledge. Pull up a chair. Maybe this is like the parody between that scene, though. Like, maybe that's why she had a... This might be the scene... This might be her Takumi. I don't think I want to sit on the ledge. I'm not comfortable. Get up on the fucking ledge, Takumi. Pull up a goddamn chair. There's no chair. It's a metaphor, idiot. She was staring intently at something. I followed her gaze and, look, you see, DDD. I never figured out what DDD was. There was the artificial satellite, floating in the night sky. Dare to door? Dare to door? What?
Do you long to see the people living there again?
Her question was sudden and unexpected.
Of course I do. That's what I'm fighting so hard for.
Yes, you would be right. We're all fighting here because there are people we want to see again. We'll be able to go back to them after this war ends. That's what motivates us to keep going. In other words, that's why we're so determined not to die here. However, Darumi has
No!
She's got nowhere to return to.
She has nothing. She just has us.
Nowhere? Surely she has family who can take her in.
Not all families are worth going back to.
Oh my god.
Not that I expect you to understand.
Haven't you heard, Takumi? Haven't you heard her trauma dump? I mean, yeah, but I thought it was just a character quirk. How uncouth. She was right. I didn't understand. How could I? It was my cherished dream to be surrounded by my parents and Karo at the dinner table again someday.
Takumi, do you know why Darumi is so enamored with killing games?
Give me the lore.
No?
It's very simple. She grew up in an environment that was like a killing game in itself. If she'd let her guard down, even for a brief moment, she'd be abused by her parents or teachers. Punishment awaited her at every turn for no reason other than the adults in her life having a bad day.
No.
None of the grown-ups who were supposed to be looking out for her reached out to help in her time of need. You see? Just like a killing game, right?
I had an inkling Darumi may not have come from the best of family environments. But I had no idea it was that bad. Come on, Takumi. She told you. Oh, we really are going back. We really are. I'm not surprised. At least not someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing him on top of that. Sounds like my scumbag brother. Right, just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. Dad goes to see the horse races on Sunday afternoons and beats me when he loses his bets. Oh my god. Look at Kyoshiko back there, though. Kyoshiko's always behind her. She wasn't kidding about that.
And when you go through life living like that, you can't help but wonder, why only me?
No.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Why am I the only one suffering like this? Why can't everyone suffer together with me? Young and old, male and female. We should all suffer together.
A bit, Takumi? Ugh. It's always a bit with you.
Use up our lives, our very existences, to entertain ourselves through misery. That's why she loves her killing game so much. It's the closest thing to her ideal world she can find.
So she was being dead serious when she talked about wanting to start a killing game.
What, did you think she was joking? Takumi, are you daft?
Dead and buried 6 feet underground. She would have given her life for it.
What sort of mentality could drive a person to be this desperate for a killing game to begin?
Her wish to see the whole world turn into a killing game was never going to come true under normal circumstances. But as fate decreed, that wish somehow actually did come true.
When the sponsor showed up, the sponsor of the killing game suddenly appeared in midair one day. Darumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally coming true. It shows her point of view, and it's a bunch of like... the sponsor is dressed like Santa, and all the bees look like little elves. There's like a sparkly snow filter. It says Happy Holidays. That's how she sees this.
She's on cloud 9 right now. Living out a dream that once seemed impossible to achieve.
Yeah, a bunch of Monokuma bees. Dressed as elves.
And she intends to die in it. After playing to her heart's content.
Die? Even though her dream finally came true.
Exactly. Now that her dream has come true, she has nothing to live for anymore.
No.
She didn't look like someone who wanted to die, though. The few times I've seen her outside the academy.
Monokuma elf bees, Takumi. That's what she talks about when we're alone together. Now do you get it? In fact, you guys were slaughtering the school invaders together quite enthusiastically. Someone who fought with such wanton abandon in a situation where there was no coming back from death couldn't exactly be mentally sound now, could they? She was right. Someone with normal sensitivities would be a lot more cautious about this.
Without me keeping a close eye on her, she'll be running headlong into the largest group of invaders she can find. If I don't keep forcing her to return together, she'll keep on fighting, even past her limits. Even after returning, she always wants to go right back out to continue the hunt. It's not easy for me to keep pulling her back.
So she is taking care of her. That makes me happy then. I thought for sure she was like using her.
She's basically committing slow suicide. I can't take my eyes off her for a minute.
Is that why you're so insistent on bringing her along for tomorrow's operation?
I just don't want to leave her alone to her own devices. A short while's fine, but I get the feeling we may be taking a while tomorrow. I have to take her along, if I don't want to come back to a dead Darumi.
No.
This whole plan would be pointless if even one person dies.
It's completely dumbfounded. Hiroko was serious about saving everybody's lives. But then again, Hiroko had always been like that, even last time. My primary goal here is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. She would ensure no one got left behind by snatching them from the jaws of death, even if it meant taking their place. Her tenacity in this aspect had saved me, and was now saving Darumi. My body trembled involuntarily when I realized the depth of Hiroko's determination. I had to admit it, she was the real hero here. I feel bad for Darumi, but this game needs to end. The sooner the better. Yeah, She's never going to come to her senses unless she first wakes up from this sham of a dream. I'm begging you here, Takumi. Help me tomorrow. Yeah, of course. And help me now. I can't get up from the sledge. I'm 4 glasses deep. I can barely stand up straight. All right. How could I possibly turn down a request from this awesome hero standing before me? I'll convince Yugamo to help as well. I can't believe he'll turn us down after I explain the situation to him. 4 of us will rampage through town together tomorrow and put an end to the invader hunt. Both stretched out a hand spontaneously and exchanged a firm and solemn handshake. The only thing, yeah, they both fall. And then I had a strange dream. The only thing going through my mind at that time was what I could do to protect Hiroko's kind-hearted resolve. We would work together to defeat the sponsor, and then... let's all get to the best day 100 together. Except for Gaku, and Kurara, and Eito. But I was too naive? No. You know what? There is a pit in my stomach right now. What if Yugamo snuck away to kill Darumi or something? No. Kind-heartedness had no place on the battlefield. No. It was Hiroko's kind-heartedness that led her to end up like that. What?
Hiroko!
Oh no! What? We are in the worst of ways. Just like that? To this guy? Isn't this A.S.A or whatever? You lost to him? She was lying on the ground with blood pouring out of her back. This is a mortal wound. There's no way she can recover from this. No. Get her back. The attacker, if I remember correctly, is the...
Squad 3 Commander!
No way you memorized that, Takumi. What's a commander doing here? Why is Hiroko lying in a pool of her own blood? Was she defeated by that commander? Nothing was making sense. My mind was in a state of confusion.
How did this happen?
Our plan had been proceeding smoothly. We set off early, reached the part of town south of the school, and started doing battle. Using the flashiest skills we had in our arsenal, we hunted down every invader in the area. This was to draw the Flying Bee's attention to us. You know, I gotta be honest, Darame. I didn't know about you, but these Scooby-Doo graham cracker snacks that look like little milk bones, they are pretty good. That's what I said! We had no one to build the doohickey. Yeah, his matchup. Sometime after the battle began, Hiroko secretly left the area like she'd planned in order to secure the spare suit. Basically a spacesuit, though. The bees were struggling to count the points Yugamu and I were racking up and didn't seem to have noticed her sudden absence. Felt like the plan was actually going to work. All we had to do was wait for Hiroko to return with the suit that would lead us to victory. But then something unexpected happened. I took my eyes off Darame, who had been fighting with us for only a short while, and she vanished in that moment. She probably got overly excited and decided to expand her hunting territory. I panicked. Hiroko would be heartbroken if anything happened to Darame. Ran around the vicinity in a desperate attempt to locate her, all the while imploring her in my heart to not do anything reckless that might end up making Hiroko sad. I was praying hard for her safety, and just as I'd finally caught sight of Darame on the other side of some rubble, no, the unthinkable happened. I couldn't make head nor tail of the scene, no matter how long or hard I stared at it.
Why? Why? Why is this happening?
Get a hold of yourself, Takumi.
I snapped back to my senses at Yugamu's yelling. Yugamu, Hiroko's down. Most likely by a commander. Yugamu's face twisted into a hateful scowl when he turned to look at the commander. Rah! That's why I didn't want Darame to come along. She's too high profile in a lot of ways. You can't blame the enemy for zeroing in on such an attention-grabbing target on the battlefield. I'd wager the commander attacked Darame first in this case. And when Hiroko tried to help her, Commander attacked Darame as she was rampaging around. When Hiroko tried to help, she got struck down instead. What do we do now? How can we save them both? Run away, that's what. The operation's failed. We can't just abandon them. There's nothing we can do to turn the tide of this battle, especially not against a commander. We need to survive so we can carry on Hiroko's will. Gama's decision was sound. The best outcome we could hope for right now was to avoid all of us dying. But did I really want that? What was the point of surviving if I had to abandon a friend to do it? Abandon Hiroko? Oh my god, another choice? Abandon Hiroko and Darame to escape and wait for another chance? Or jump in to save them without caring about the consequences? Oh my god, this is this one has 1 billion endings. I mean, I guess technically the romance one did too, but those ones were, you know, simple binary choices. Like, this one has, like, real decisions. Save Darame, insta. It's your future. I'm gonna save those two. Better get out of here before the commander notices you. If I don't make it back, tell Nozomi, shut up. After all we've been through, don't be crazy. You don't accomplish anything by dying here. I know, you're absolutely right, but...
You are the Takumi I know.
Bruh.
The same kind-hearted Takumi Samino, but the most disheveled and generic mug, who always puts his friends above himself.
Her? The frog girl? Yuriko's put her trust in me. I won't abandon her now. I cleared my mind with the battle cry and charged into the fray. Once I reached Yuriko and Dorame, we launched into a painfully one-sided battle against the enemy commander, and I died and got an ending. Rah! Us! Oh, Takumi! You came to save us, huh? Thanks, brah! I hate to disappoint you after you came all this way, but we're totally headed for a game over here. Let me just change that for you real quick. Ending's 12. No. More like 13. Don't touch that. Mistress Yuriko's already out of action, and I'm basically about to kill over too. Oh, looks like we brought ourselves a one-way ticket to hell. Why don't we just accept it and all die together? You've got energy to talk, you can still fight. Take out the weaker enemies first. You got it, boss. What are we looking at here? 2 waves? Yugama wave 2, please. I think that would be raw.
Ready when you are. I've got this. This should do it. Let's do this. Let's go. There. All right.
So close. Using it! I wonder how many more can I get? It's too much. Go, giant of fire! Bye-bye! Looks a little dangerous. Yeah! Seriously depressing. Leave me alone! Boring.
Oh, shoot, I forgot that stunned her.
Say when.
I got plenty of spring traps. I'm gonna put Takumi over here.
Let's do this. Take this. Got it. My turn.
Is this a... Well...
Good to go.
Oh, I can attack and then I can do that.
My turn. Let's go.
Can I get to this guy with an air blade? Perfect.
Ha! My turn. One last strike. Take care of the rest.
That's not it? Uh-oh. I thought that was the wave. We probably have to take a certain chunk off him. What's his attack? 3? He can't kill Darmy. She healed that turn also. Oh, he's just not gonna do. Okay. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, this is some player face slop. We got so much AP for that. Wow.
Let's go. Here we go. There.
We were scared of this guy? Come on.
Ready when you are. Gotta push it. My turn. Take this.
Yuriko could have won this. There were so many enemies for her to beat. Anyone else get the feeling this commander's just playing with us? He just stood there. What is this, player face slap? Not even attacking. He's just standing there, all menacing-like. Guess he knows he doesn't need to get involved directly. We're already outnumbered and outclassed, I guess, apparently. It's only a matter of time until they overwhelm us, I guess. Damn it.
Oh.
You really are too dumb to live sometimes. Did you really think you could take on a commander with just the two of you? Yukamu, what are you doing here? I told you to run. Just making the most logical choice I can. Can't afford to lose you, Takumi. We'll have no chance of winning the war if we do. That means our only choice is to do something about this guy, so we can all get away. Wasn't much of a plan, but at least we had hope now. With three of us, we might just be able to pull it off. Let's do this, guys. Give it everything you've got, and take him down. Ruh. Owned. Ouch! What was in that kiss? Needles?
Here we go!
Razor blades?
Okay, okay! Get away from me! Let's do it to it!
Truly not a smart use of my AP there, but you know,
Ready when you are. Time to use it.
we'll get some
Say
voltage.
when. Take that! Got it! My turn! Yeah! Alright!
And broccoli!
Ready when you are.
We could use the other spring trap.
Good to go.
Let's get to the killing. Let's see how they like this.
Let's do this.
Perfect.
One last strike!
I'm spent.
It's killing game time!
Time for me to move. I'm good to go. Let's get to the killing.
Let's go!
We'll get him with it next turn. We'll get him with the Atomac killer.
It's killing game time!
Let's get to the killing. I'm good to go. I'll just put this here. Let's get to the killing.
Takumi will be fine.
This'll do. Time for me to move.
Yugamu. I mean, the guy's attack is lowered. He's not going to do any damage.
I'll just put this here. Let's get to the killing.
Let's go!
We'll do maybe one of these. Oh. Hooray! Well, this looks like a battle that we lose then. We had him on the ropes! We had the machine! The spirit of Karara was watching over us. She's up in the clouds giving us like a thumbs up. He really is just playing with us. An extra fighter or two is not going to make a difference. Oh, for the love of murder. If he's going to kill us anyway, he could at least go all out. Half-assing it makes the whole thing feel cheap. This is why I hate fighting invaders. Remember Vale? Yeah, I love her. Don't give up. There has to be something we can do. Now you can play as her, maybe. Nah, dude, we're done. Let's charge in one last time and get blown to smithereens. Me first. I always wanted to go out like a bunch of dirty fireworks. We're all out of options. We're really gonna die here? Just when it seemed all hope was lost. What?
Take my cryptoglobin.
No. I heard Hiroko's voice, faint and weak, but still determined, on my comm channel. Hiroko? I thought you'd passed out. Never mind that. Just absorb my cryptoglobin. It's the only way. Absorb your cryptoglobin? What are you talking about? I'm not being clear enough. I want you to kill me. I'm gonna die anyway. You may as well take my power and save yourselves. You're my friend. I could never kill you. I may die, but you'll still have hope. You'll still have the spare suit. Use it to figure out the sponsor's secret and defeat them. Kill me so you can survive. Can't be serious. There's no way I can do this. I'm not asking. I'm telling. Do it now. Take my power and survive. Darami. Raw! Oh, this is sick! Is it? Is it sick? For a moment, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Darami had thrust a knife right into Hiroko's back.
Mistress Hiroko! Mistress Hiroko!
They say that if a cat's owner dies, the cat will eat the owner. She's a dog.
Your power flowing into me. I can feel you inside me.
Oh my god. Wow. There she is. I tried to stop her, but it was too late. That's not her infuser, that's just a cleaver. As Darami absorbed more and more of her blood, Hiroko's body began to shrivel and dry up. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I've never felt this kind of energy before. I'm in the zone now. I feel like I could fly, like I could do anything. Yes, yes, yes. I feel great. I can win. I can do this. Yahoo! Wah, wah, yahoo! She does a triple jump. It cuts to like an N64 Darami on Bob-on Battlefield. She does a wah, wah, wahoo! And then like a JPEG, like one of those shitty like PNG explosions. Darami threw back her head and let out a crazed cry of elation, totally at odds with what had just happened. What? Don't you realize what you've done, Darami? You just killed Hiroko. Save the recriminations for later, Takumi. Now that it's reached this point, we have to see it through. But Hiroko is... Darami's overflowing with power right now. She might actually be able to beat that commander. M&M Goombas. Yukama was right. Darami was stronger than ever. Stronger than Takumi, though? Like, Takumi ate a lot of people. Rushed around the battlefield like a berserker, swinging her weapons in every direction, even charging at the commander without the slightest trace of fear. No one can stop me now. By the time we were able to take stock of our surroundings, we realized the commander was no longer there. Just leave? Nah, fuck this. I'm out. I don't want to deal with that. I ain't touching that. Yeah, seems that way. Why did he sound like Krillin? Yeah. We really won? Somehow it didn't feel real. Relax, he's gone. I don't get a cent anymore. Also, the thing Hiroko gave her life to get us is still here, and it's still intact. Gamu held up the suitcase Hiroko had brought from the school. Most likely had the spare of the sponsor's suit inside it. We've done what we set out to do. Make no mistake. This is a win for us. It's just... we had to pay a pretty big price for it. Gamu's gaze wandered to Hiroko's body. It's bad enough she sustained fatal damage trying to bail Darumi out. But then her cryptoglobin was absorbed by the very person whose life she'd saved. As for Darumi herself... Did I do it bad? She was just staring blankly up at the sky. I can only imagine how she felt having just killed someone who'd been like a sister to her. But before I could say anything... Darumi? Her eyes rolled back in her head and she fell to the ground. It's like she finally ran out of steam. Those snacks only last so long, let me tell you. You'll have to carry her for now, Takumi. I'll dig a grave for Hiroko. Here's as good a resting place for her as any. He digs her the grave and then he pops out his last bottle of rosé and pours it over. Drink up, sister.
Hiroko. I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
We used an acid for this? It's what she would have wanted. Won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I'll use the suit you worked so hard to get us to figure out the sponsor's weakness, and then...
I'll defeat them and end this game. I promise.
Raw. We returned to the school, determined to carry on what Hiroko had started. Unfortunately... I have no idea where to even start with tech this weird. I didn't go to school for this. What did you go to school for? I was an English major. No, seriously, the murder thing was after. You're a high school student. Yeah. You can do that? Yeah, I mean, comes in handy. Neither of us knew anything about electronics or wearable technology or whatever it was that made this suit tick. But we both knew someone who did. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Tsubasa Kyoshika! Oh. Tsubasa? What the hell is that? Analyzing how it worked and how to get past its defenses was going to be hard, if not impossible. Well, it's definitely a suit. It's definitely made out of some specialized material. About all I can say. Can't figure anything else out either. How can something this flimsy block our attack so completely? We worked so hard to get it. This feels like such a waste.
Hey!
Darn it! If only we had someone with actual engineering knowledge on our side. Side. As if in an answer to my exasperated cry. Yo! Yeah. Someone's here at this hour? You don't think it's the sponsor, do you? Not totally out of the question. Takumi, get my knife. Your knife? How would I know where that is? It's under the pillow. Under the pillow? What the hell? Might have realized we got our hands on a suit just like theirs. We're going down fighting. Takumi, get the other knife that I left for you. Well, where's that? Under the other pillow. My pillow. Bell rang again. Pretending I wasn't here would only put off the inevitable. The sponsor was relentless. I was going to die anyway. I might as well put up a fight here and now. Knives brandished. The two of us stared at the door. Who's going to answer it? Took a deep breath. Opened the door. Never mind, I'm closer to the shower. I'll get it. Am I interrupting something? We both have knives pointed at her. Tsubasa? This is Tsubasa? Definitely hadn't expected to see her standing on the other side. Since this game began, everyone except Yugamo and Hiroko had been keeping their distance from me. Tsubasa's eyes were downcast. She looked like she might start to cry at any moment. What's wrong? Howdy, Tsubasa. You're looking pretty grief-ridden this evening. Come on in. We're holding a funeral right now. Something bothering you? We'd be glad to listen if you want to talk about it. My name's Yugamo. I have a feeling we're not the kind of people you really want to confide in, though. Nozomi said she liked my hat. Oh. That laid-back attitude did nothing to put Tsubasa at ease. Eventually she did speak up on her own.
I'm sorry, Takumi.
No.
I'm so sorry.
All of a sudden she burst into tears. Calm down, Tsubasa. What's this all about? What are you apologizing for? Is it because you didn't let me join your team? You don't have to worry about that. I'm doing fine. No, that's not it. I was there, Takumi. When Hiroko was fighting that commander, I was watching the whole time. Huh? Tsubasa was there too. I wanted to help. I was getting some fresh air. Me and Nozomi had a little spat, and it activated my hemoanima. I could have used my car to get Hiroko and Darumi out of there and bring it back to the school. I was so scared I couldn't move. And while I was wondering what I should do, Hiroko got wounded, and then she... I'm sorry, Hiroko. I'm sorry, Takumi. I just stood there and let her die. I know apologizing won't fix this, but... I had no idea what to say. I knew all too well how much it hurt not being able to save someone. That's why I knew nothing I could say would take away that pain. But before I could even try... You're right, Tsubasa. A simple apology isn't going to cut it. Gamu got there first, speaking in a harsh tone I hadn't heard him use before. You didn't save Hiroko when you had the chance. That also put our lives in danger. That's not the kind of crime you can just wipe clean. Letting someone die is basically the same as killing them. And you had the gall to give Takumi the cold shoulder? At least he still has a shred of human decency in him. It's more than I can say for you. Yukamo, I know you're mad, but that's going too far. Boss already feels terrible. She doesn't need you making it worse. No, it's fine, Takumi. He's right. I'm always like this. Whenever there's any kind of conflict, I just sit on the fence. No, you're not like that. When Gaku died, I suspected you because that's what everyone else is doing. It's the same when we decided to form teams. Everyone said to stay away from you, so that's what I did too. I never stand up and make important decisions for myself, and now Hiroko's dead because of me. Army's probably heartbroken too. I could have stopped all that from happening. Wow, she really did see everything. She's probably still in shock. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? She You hear some like crinkling in her hands. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? And she just throws an empty bag of the Scooby-Doo crackers on the table. I even took some of these. Tsubasa. Treating my friends' lives with so little respect. It's so disgusting. It makes me want to puke. What does Shinigami do again? She does like a blare, right? Tsubasa didn't stop at dry heaving. She vomited all over the floor, tears still streaming down her face. I'll save this for later. Oh. This is Tsubasa? I thought that was the short kid with the backpack. I hate that one. You're amazing, Takumi. You jumped right in to fight that commander and try and save Hiroko. I can't believe I've been so awful to you all this time. Really, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Takumi, for everything. I'd be lying if I said I was ready to completely forgive Tsubasa and call it all water under the bridge. But I wasn't going to hold anything against her, not when she was already suffering this much. Just the thought that I was still capable of some kind of compassion was a comfort in itself. Yeah, you can cry all you want, but it's not going to erase what you did. The world wouldn't need the police if atonement was that easy. What's with you today, Yugamu? Tsubasa's made some mistakes, but you don't need to be so hard on her. And pro-police propaganda? Come on, man. Yeah, you're right. Tsubasa, you really want to make up for letting Hiroko die. There's just one way.
Indirectly or not, you caused a death. Now you have a duty to save lives instead.
May I introduce you to the new and improved Anti-Sponsor Alliance. Look, we put your little hat on it. Oh. Save lives? But how do I... Just a suggestion. But how about you join up with me and Takumi? We all know you hate your current team anyway. I don't hate my team. I just hate one of them. We're working on something that could save everyone, and we just so happen to need somebody with your particular skill set. Kind of like carrying on Hiroko's legacy, too. Here, have her glasses. I thought we left those at her grave. It's what she would have wanted, right? What she gave her life for. Of course, it'll mean putting yourself in a lot of danger, but what do you say? Will you help us? Right, Hiroko? He starts, like, shaking the glasses around. Yes, this is what I would have wanted. Wow, you do a good impression of her. Tsubasa didn't say anything for a while. She just stood there, staring at her feet. Then she nodded, as if she'd come to an important decision. Okay, I don't know what you guys are up to, but if it can save everyone, I'm in. Yeah, he put the glasses on the bee. Be careful, Tsubasa. You've got big shoes to fill. Can't have an A.S.A without Tsubasa. Okay, admittedly, Takumi, I'm coming around on this girl. I'm coming around a bit. Tsubasa said that. Yugamu turned to me and winked. I think his eye patch winked. Huh? Now it makes sense. He made her feel worse, so she'd feel like she had no choice but to join us to atone. Can't say I like that he manipulated her feelings like that, but we do need all the help we can get. Here's how it is, Tsubasa. We gather around here every night. We drink some wine. Well, actually, you do. And then we have some snacks. You also have some snacks, but you also only have the wine. And then, I don't know, we just do bits and trade information. Okay, I think I can do that. What do we have so far? It's looking like 3 bees in a trench coat. 3 bees in a trench coat. All right. Okay. How we'd formed an alliance to take down the sponsor and end this game. And how, thanks to Hiroko, we now had a spare of the kind of suit the sponsor wore. A spare suit? Whoa, awesome. It's the real thing. Do we ever sit on the edge of the roof after the wine? No, we don't really do that. Tsubasa, this is easy to say. You're gonna have to take Darumi on walks. Noses. I see. Hiroko risked everything to get us this? Yeah, but this stuff isn't really our area. We've got no idea what we're supposed to do with it or to learn anything useful. What do you think, Tsubasa? What do you think, Basa? We need some kind of special machinery to analyze this thing or what? Maybe we should take it to the metal shop? I don't want anyone to find out we've got this, though. Somewhere we can investigate without being seen, huh? I might be able to help with that. You see, there's a secret lab. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows about it. Yeah, dude? When you guys see it, it'll knock your socks off. It's that crazy? You'll understand once you get there. Come on, I'll take you there. Follow me. We gathered up the suit and left my room, letting Tsubasa lead the way to the secret lab she'd found. What? Finally, we arrived at the raised stage area in the gym. Oh, this secret lab. This is it? That's what this is? I thought it was the spare morgue. Back up, guys. You're gonna fall. Go stand by the edge for a sec. She found this? Tsubasa shooed us to the edge of the stage, then knelt down and began pulling on a broken floorboard. Hurrah! All at once, the board... Oh my... Tsubasa! A hole. Peeling back, that one board shaped like a circle had somehow made a huge hole appear in the stage. Oh, I guess it was like a lever. Yo. I happened to find a map of this room when I was fixing the corpse recovery drone program using a war room computer. Why would you have kept it a secret all this time? I always wanted a place like this I could have all to myself. we go down. We go down and there's like porn memorabilia everywhere. There's like a picture of Kazuichi. There's a dartboard with Nozomi's face on it. And a bunch of snacks. Hey, where'd all my snacks go? Now we have somewhere we can talk without worrying about being overheard. I'm gonna warn you, try not to be too shocked by what you see in there. Even if you are, try not to scream. It's like an echo chamber down there. Shocked? Scream? What in the world is this lab? I don't know if I can explain it all that well. It'll be easier to just show you. What are we about to see? If it's the bees... There's a ladder leading down. Come on, before anyone sees us. Sure. Tsubasa, you just ripped all the floorboards out. Yeah, it's fine, Takumi. I just blame it on Nozomi the next day, and she's too polite to object, so she just fixes it anyway. She's basically an honorary member of the Alliance, which I don't like. So you should do something about that. Oh, she really is. She really is taking charge. She really is filling those Hiroko shoes. Sure enough, what greeted us at the bottom was something I'd never have imagined. Is it the bees? Are we cultivating bees? Is it clones of us? Is it a bunch of sea rays? What is it? Oh, it's just the machine. It's just the machine. This... Hello, Takumi. Oh my god, it's computer. I had to hold myself back from letting out a wordless cry of surprise. What if it was like, hello, Mr. Sumido! Inside the lab was a large machine that looked like some kind of spaceship. This is the escape pod. Oh, Ra! I didn't recognize it. Hello, Takumi. I'd seen it before, of course, at the end of my first 100 days here, but I never expected to see it here like this. I guess it was underground, right? Yeah, I was shocked when I first saw it, too. I knew it must be the pod you told us about. This place is probably designed to store it safely until it's needed. Any chance you can get it working now? Get me off of this rock. I thought of that, but it's no good. Locked up tight, and there's no way to get in. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get that's what Sis meant. Must have security measures to stop anyone using it before day 100. It's the only time we're allowed to leave the school. Well, we can think about the pod later. Let's concentrate on the suit for now. You need any machinery from the metal shop? We can go get it for you. No, I should be fine. There's plenty of gear in here for me to get started. Looked around the lab. It's full of miscellaneous machines and equipment. Probably stuff Tsubasa had brought in already. There were also a lot of weapons for some reason. Don't mind those. I figured I'd make those and keep them here for emergencies, just in case we'd ever need to hole up in here. I've stuck some food supplies in too. She really does have the snacks. A real stronghold down here. It'll make a perfect HQ for the anti-sponsor alliance. I'll put the flag up.
Oh.
How are you going to investigate the suit's capabilities? Got any experiments in mind? She concasted them. Yep, this one and this one is for Nozomi. And it's a little pop gun. That's not going to do anything. Yep. Basically want to know how to break through the suit's defenses, right? Here you go, Mo. I made you a scorpion. Fastest way to figure that is to try out a bunch of stress tests and see how it holds up. By testing its resistance to stretching, pressure, elastic, and plastic deformation, we can start getting a better idea of its fracture toughness. Deformation? Fracture? Some of those terms were lost on me, but at least one of us knew what we were doing. Okay, well, let's get started. We really have, like, the perfect team here. We got Tsubasa on engineering, we got Yugamu on the biomedical engineering, and we got Takumi being him. He's on the social engineering team. Takumi, you get an M16. I mean, duh. Sure. Takumi, who is an expert on guns. But I'm not, so I can't do justice to that bit. Once we've done that, we're taking the sponsor down. Spent the rest of the night testing and analyzing the suit any way we could. He knows about military ops. Next morning, made my way to the leisure lounge where the sponsor was loafing around as usual.
Takumi Sumino, what are you doing here so early? Did you miss me? Come on, how about a hug?
No, I won't be doing that. But I did want to see you. Do you have time to talk?
Hardly a respectful attitude to take towards someone in my position. Do you have questions about how to earn points? I've answered so many by now. But I'll allow it. You are one of my most accomplished hunters, after all.
Hunter? Me?
No need to be modest. Just take a look. The results speak for themselves.
Hunter gestured to one of their bees and brought up a display of the leaderboard.
I honestly didn't expect you to gain this much of a lead so quickly.
Shoma. Ooh, Darami at the top. Yeah, top 3. We'll take that. Takamaru's so low. Shoma has chosen not to take part. We found that out. He's probably sacrificing himself.
The advent of a dark horse like yourself makes this game that much more exciting.
Okay, don't make it sound so raw.
That's right, it is raw, isn't it?
Come on. Yeah, he's just in his room. Yuriko had been at number 1 all this time, but now that she's dead, I was catching up.
You've made impressive contributions to my little game.
I guess I do have a question. Did Darami inherit Hiroko's points?
Oh my god. I was just thinking you deserved some kind of reward.
Reward, huh? Since we're here, how about you play a game with me? Brings out a chessboard.
Mr. Sumino, are you for real? Very well, if that's what you want. What shall we play? As I said before, I'm grateful to you for becoming such an accomplished hunter.
Ah.
I'm even willing to turn a blind eye if you ever want to bend the rules a little.
Oh, we're doing this? That actually helps a lot, because what I want is a duel to the death. Rah! I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna win. And then, I'm ending this stupid game of yours once and for all.
So it's come to this. Very well. Activate your class armor and hemo anima. Attack me all you want. Your sword is no more threat to me than a blade of grass.
Sponsor clearly didn't consider themselves in any danger. They stood there radiating absolute confidence, knowing that nothing I could do would hurt them. Nice of you to be so laid back about it. But I won't be attacking with my sword. I'll be using this crossbow. What if you pulled out the M16? I brought out a crossbow Tsubasa had made with the Gift-O-Matic. Normally, using a conventional weapon like this would be pointless, especially against an invincible opponent like the sponsor.
Fool, what are you thinking, turning something like that on me? Such insolence will not stand. A hunter should use hemo-anima.
Just like that, the sponsor's confident demeanor vanished and they began to panic. Looks like we were right about the suit's weakness. We performed every kind of stress test we could think of on the spare last night, and we discovered something very interesting. I knew it. This suit isn't actually all that strong. It's just hemo-anima resistant. Is that all it is? It'll distort from just a little force, and it's not that much tougher than a regular protective suit. A long knife or something could probably cut through it pretty easily. That doesn't make any sense, though. If the suit's that weak, why didn't any of our attacks work on it? Is this spare one a fake, maybe? Is it actually different from the sponsor's one? Oh my god, the pop gun demolished the suit! No, it's the real thing. The material's the same as what the sponsor wears anyway. Why is this one so much weaker? I think it's not weak so much as built for purpose. What do you mean? Ever since I saw this suit, something about it has been bothering me. Looks like some kind of protective gear. So what is it supposed to protect its wearer from? Not sure I follow. Workers at nuclear power plants wear suits to protect themselves from radiation, right? And firefighters have one to protect against high temperatures, and divers have ones for water pressure. Protective suits are made with specific hazards in mind, stuff that's only a threat in certain environments and scenarios. There are not a lot of use outside of those scenarios. Have you ever felt an actual radiation suit? They're basically paper thin. I think it's the same with this suit. It's designed to protect against one particular threat and nothing else. Protective gear for a specific threat. I desperately tried to think over what Tsubasa had said and what it could mean. What kind of scenario was this suit built for? That was obvious enough, to protect the sponsor from our attacks. First time we fought them, we'd attacked with every bit of hemo-anima we could muster. At the end of our assault, the sponsor was still standing, without having taken the slightest bit of damage. It was like our attacks, our hemo-anima, had no effect at all. Then it hit me, like a bolt from the blue. I knew what this suit was for. I knew what threat it was guarding against. Of course, this suit is... That suit is designed to repel any and all hemo-anima attacks. But the trade-off is that it's weak against regular attacks, isn't it?
You're letting your imagination run wild. I am invincible. Your pitiful intellect cannot hope to understand my power.
The coconut gun video? Oh, I saw you post it, but I forgot to watch it. Like Angel, Z-Reg 10, Z-Reg baby. What is that? Oh, was that on the bottom there? That's cute. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm back. So are you telling me when Kurara approached him or her with the intent of using S.U.C.K boxing style, she was a valid threat? I think the sponsor was terrified. Sir Zabriagus, is it time for my segment? Oh no, it's all she needs right now.
You're letting your imagination run wild. I am invincible. Your pitiful intellect cannot hope to understand my power.
The sponsor's voice was calm, but they were clearly shaken. I could see it in their knees. I had no doubt we were right about this.
Hey!
I only wish I'd noticed it sooner. The suit only blocked hemo-anima attacks, not physical ones. It was such a simple weakness, but I could see why I hadn't thought of it until now. Our first encounter with the sponsor had totally demoralized us. We attacked with everything we had, our very strongest attacks. And not one of them had worked. A person is invincible. It's no use trying to fight them. That was the idea that had been implanted in our heads that day. After sowing that seed of doubt, we all accepted we had no choice but to do what the sponsor said. But now we know the truth. Once a trick is exposed, the con artist behind it's finished. Just like this game.
I'm warning you, Takumi. Stand down now, and we can forget this ever happened.
This is for my friends. I pulled the trigger and fired off 3 arrows in quick succession.
Oh my god!
They pierced the suit and buried themselves in the sponsor's body. There was no hiding it now. My attack had clearly done some damage. There were holes in the suit now. We weren't dealing with an invincible opponent after all.
We did it. Did you see, Hideko? We broke through the sponsor's defenses.
Anti-sponsor arrow!
Not bad, Takumi Sumino. I'll confess, I didn't think you'd ever figure out the secret of my suit. For this at least, I must congratulate you.
Gee, thanks. It's an honor. But it's your death I want, not compliments.
Me? Die? Don't be ridiculous. The game has only just begun. And you're forgetting something, Takumi. This suit isn't the only weapon I have at my disposal. I still have...
Not the beast. I heard a familiar cacophony of buzzing and beating wings as the bees flew down from the ceiling. They sounded angry. I'd broken a rule after all. I'd injured the sponsor. Vincible monochromo... crossbow bolt?
My suit may not be an immovable object, but my bees are as unstoppable a force as ever. What now, Takumi Sumino? Do you think you can defend against this?
No, there's nothing I can do about your bees. If they attacked now, I'd be riddled with holes and have every last ounce of my blood drained. If they attacked me, that is. That's why I'm tagging in. Good work, Takumi. You played your part beautifully. But against someone with the proper protection, things wouldn't be so simple.
Who are you? Why do you have that suit?
It's me, Yugama Omokage. Guess you can't tell because of the voice, huh? Apparently the voice changer came as standard with these... This one distorted Yugama's voice to sound
just like the sponsor. Hey, we decided to borrow one of your precious suits for a little while. Seemed like the best way to stop me getting turned into a pincushion.
These stingers were powerful. That much was true. That was because they'd been augmented with hemo-anima. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort as well. It's fragile as life itself. It can't be so weak. These bees killed Kurara like it was nothing. Their bodies were likely enhanced by some supernatural means when they were still alive. Supernatural, in other words, hemoanima. Suits repelled any and all hemoanima attacks. With Yugamu wearing one, the bees were no threat at all.
You and that suit have given us a lot of trouble. Now we're using the same technology to defeat you. You know how it is. What goes around comes around. Insolence! This will not stand! Don't you realize who I am? I'm the one who spreads death across the planet, the all-seeing, all-knowing Game Master. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. We really don't have time to listen to your final monologue. I'll take it from here, Takumi. Go!
Right! We both started running. I ran for the door while Yugamu charged right toward the sponsor. Goat behavior. The bees dutifully flew in to protect their master, but all in vain. Yugamu swatted them aside with one swipe of his arm, killing them instantly. Raw! That suit made him the worst possible opponent for them to go up against. Finally, Yugamu reached the sponsor. And then he opened his clenched fingers to reveal he was holding something. A bomb? All it takes is one little hole to render protective gear practically useless. So the first thing we need to do is open a hole in the sponsor's suit. Yeah, he ran up the wall. What if he did a spin kick? Any one of these ranged weapons should be enough to do that, but I do recommend this one for you. Right, if the suit's weak against physical damage, a gun should do the trick. I'm no marksman, though. Sure, I'm good in the video games, but probably more likely to hit my target with something like a crossbow. Once the suit's torn, the sponsor won't be immune to cryptoglobin attacks anymore. That's where this comes in. Stuff this bomb in the hole and the sponsor will get burned to a crisp. Tsubasa, that's a little grim. A bomb in the suit? I mean, come on. Shotgun on down. Ah. Tsubasa held up a tiny mechanical sphere. This baby's filled with undying flames. All it needs is a little impact to detonate it. Basically a downgraded version of the one we used on veh'xness. But I can only make one, so we only get one shot at this. You're gonna have to slam dunk it in there. Included the sponsor, whoever they really were. We had our plan. All that was left was to assign roles and iron out the details. Yeah, I'm thinking like, what? We're gonna blow them up and not find out who they are? Tsubasa would stand ready with a fire extinguisher outside the leisure lounge in case anything went wrong. I'd use the crossbow to puncture a hole in the sponsor's suit, and Yugamu would be the one handling the most dangerous part of the plan, actually detonating the bomb. Are you sure about this, Yugamu? You have to get really close to the sponsor to put the bomb in their suit in the first place. Anything goes wrong, you'd be left wide open. You also assigned shotguns to the down button on the D-pad, Tsubasa? What's that?
Don't worry about that. I'm really good at ramming stuff in holes that look like they'd be too small to fit.
Love this guy so much. Trying to be serious here. I'm gonna have to ask you to stick to the matter at hand.
Sure thing, Takumi. Or you can be the one sticking it to me if you prefer. You know me, I swing both ways.
Stay on topic, please. In spite of his usual devil-may-care attitude, I could tell Yugamu was serious. His fists were clenched tight. He was determined to end this game. Even if it meant risking his own life killing the sponsor, he was prepared to do what needed to be done.
Get away!
Rah.
Don't you dare touch me with those filthy hands!
Undaunted, Yugamu grabbed hold of the sponsor. He slipped the miniature bomb into the hole in the suit and then... One little hit and the undying flames enveloped the sponsor's entire body. Our tormentor writhed in pain, convulsing like a crazed dancer. At some point, the sponsor's vocal cords must have burned away. They weren't screaming anymore, just making hollow, choking noises. Oh my god. That's a little gruesome even for me. Even with the flames eating away at every fiber of their being, the sponsor held on to life for as long as they could. But finally, they let out one last unnatural, almost inhuman scream. Flames still licking at their body, they collapsed onto the floor. Tsubasa and I stepped back into the lounge and we stood there with Yugamu watching the sponsor burn.
Anybody want to go for barbecue after this? No? Just me?
We didn't want to risk taking our eyes off them in case they suddenly came back to life somehow. Fear rooted us to the spot. We had to be sure. We needed to see this person die. They're really dead now, aren't they?
Yeah, no one could possibly survive that.
We really won. We won. The moment I said the words, it suddenly felt a lot more real. We'd taken down the invincible sponsor and ended the invader hunt. Yo, what the hell is this? This is pretty cool. Somebody making soup? We heard a weird voice shouting, "Ghee" or something. It sounded like nails on a chalkboard. There's an explosion too. The others all came running in. The sponsor's death cries must have echoed all throughout the school. Takumi, Tsubasa, what are you guys doing? Get over here. That's right, you have to get away from the sponsor. Of course, with Yugamu wearing the suit, they think he's the sponsor.
Hey guys, you picked the perfect time to join us. Come warm yourselves by the fire.
He's toasting marshmallows.
Pass me one of those Scooby snacks. Gonna try something.
Fire, but it looks like there's a person in there. Vile fiend, did you incinerate one of our friends for your sick entertainment? I swear to God, if they're like, who did you burn? Like, I'm gonna be pissed. This has gone far enough. It is time for the Holy Jumanji Sword to cut you down. Wait, Kyosika, I don't think that's the sponsor. It's Yugamu. Now you mention it, he does sound like him. What's the deal? What's going on here? Hey Nozomi, I prepared this basket of apples for you. Oh no, one of them went bad. Oh well, just ignore it and eat up. They must. I mean, she's off the scoreboard. But I don't know. If Yugamu's the sponsor and the sponsor's Yugamu, then who the heck am I? Takumi, Tsubasa, you got some explaining to do. If that's Yugamu in the suit, where did the real sponsor go? Stay calm, okay? I'll explain everything. Took everyone through what our team had been doing. I told them all about the anti-sponsor alliance, and Takamaru looked really mad. If you guys formed a group without me, I'd be so pissed. Anti-sponsor alliance, huh? There's no one out there like her. One of a kind. Now Hiroko somehow knew a way for us to get our hands on a spare version of the suit the sponsor wore. That first mission had succeeded, but at the cost of Hiroko's life. And Tsubasa had joined the alliance and figured out the suit's weakness, allowing us to put this plan into action. So you see, you don't have to worry about scores or executions anymore. Shoma's gonna make it, guys. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Oh God, no! Throw me in the flames! Throw me in the Takamaru grabs him. No. He's trying to jump into the flames like one of those goats.
It's over. We won. I thought they'd all be happy to hear about this. We just freed them from... What do you mean? We just freed them from the life and death struggle we'd been in since the game began, after all. So who did it? What do you mean, who did it? Who was under the mask? What's the matter, guys? Is it really over, though?
Yeah.
The sponsor was so strong before, it's hard to believe you killed them just like that. Right, guys? Right, and we didn't see it happen for ourselves. Pixar, it didn't happen. You don't think we're lying, do you? No, Takumi, that's not it. It's just... I mean, Tsubasa has been acting kind of weird. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Well. Pixar, it didn't happen to... And who could ever trust Yugamu?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really blame him. Hey, want some more? Oh, I suppose. Oh, this is pretty good. What did you call this? Scooby S'more. Scooby S'more.
Fence is just so comfy, Takumi. Well, like, all this has happened so fast, and we weren't there for much of it. We weren't really present on this route, you know? I was the one who was supposed to avenge Lady Kurara. Why am I talking like Nozomi? Oh my goodness, I've lost my endearing character traits. Kiyoshika Magadori's Mangadori Corner! Guys, there was manga today. Oh, still got it. Guys, there's manga today. Super quick. Because it's pretty much break time. I want to end this off on a good note here, though. I love that bit. Kingo, that rules. I love that. Guys, there was One Piece today. One Piece was awesome. It was more of the Brook flashback. It was very dense. It kind of covered up through the... I assume the next chapter will be the last chapter of it. It was very dense. It covered, like, his entire tenure as a guard. I liked it. I thought it was good. It certainly was compressed, but I mean, I think that's fine. I think it's okay. I definitely feel like we've gotten a lot of characterization and info. It's just funny to think that one of the Straw Hats has been exposed to so much of this, like, underground conspiracy that, like defines the plot now. That part's kind of funny. But, you know, he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know. I don't know. Brook knows things. He's always kind of known things. But I'm curious to see what happens next. You know what the ending of it reminded me of? It felt like it reminded me of, yeah, me too, sis. I mean, I don't put any kind of real melody to it. It reminded me of, like, Dragon Quest VIII. That last part. It reminded me of Dragon Quest when you go to, like, the Holy Chapel and the dog is there. That's what that reminded me of. I thought it was good, though. Brook is a delight. I think seeing him in his, like, before times life was cool. Cool chapter. Ichi the Witch, Ichi the Ra. I thought it was a really cool, like, action chapter. A couple of our friends broke free. The new character lady is super cool. I don't know quite what her deal is. She seems to probably be, like, some revered figure. Maybe she used to be... I don't know. Based on how they were talking about her and all that, I wonder if she was like previously in charge of the association, maybe, or some figurehead before her. I don't know. She was cool though. Like a cigar-smoking old woman. I could hear her voice. She had the power to dispel poison. I didn't quite get her power. Was it just like cleansing water, I guess? I don't know. She was cool. And Ichi was raw at the end. Kagurabachi was really cool. It continues to be a fantastic flashback. Very cinematic. We're also getting the origin of our big bad in this same flashback. It's good. Tying everything together in a nice way. Sakamoto Days was cool. I want you guys to hold on to a chair when I say this. Gaku got back up in Sakamoto Days. If you don't know, there is a Gaku in Sakamoto Days. He's looking like he's about to do something, which makes sense. But we're definitely on to the final fight, basically. I think we're gonna have like a, maybe not like a 2v2, but I think we're gonna have one more big like side fight. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But that's approaching the end fast now. We've cleared out all like the side players, kind of. Kiyoshi was really funny today. It was a little break chapter between arcs to kind of segue. Kiyoshi took his exams this week and he met with all his school friends. It was really funny, really slice of life. And it ended with like a big reveal for him, which we already got last time. But we're probably starting the next arc now, which is cool. Kanato's magic. Pretty cool. Cool chapter. They definitely had the most fan servicey moment of the series so far. Where it felt like Food Wars level. You know, Food Wars, when they eat the food and it's extremely like, they're like naked and they're like, yeah, this food's so good. That's all I know about Food Wars. They had that today. But there was some raw stuff happening too. The plot is kind of finally moving on this arc. The villain has made their move. Kanato is kind of like, he's kind of like decoing. He's kind of decoing now. He's kind of deco mastering his powers now. I don't love that direction. I mean, we knew it was coming based on what this arc was, but I don't know. He's just looking like Deku now. He's just looking kind of like a Deku, but I still think it's pretty fun. Animal Signal, the new manga that started last week. I liked that enough this week. It was cute. They explored like a haunted school. I think the main guy is like a funny idea for a character. Where he's really stoic on the outside, but the main girl has mind-reading powers, and she can hear his inner monologue, and his inner monologue is just like dorky about animals, and it's cute. I think they have a cool, a nice dynamic so far. Roku was good this week. It was about the little doll girl. So it was still a funny chapter, but it was also a sad chapter. It was a nice, it was about him getting her to like open up a little. It was cute. Class 2B was raw. There was a raw guy introduced in Class 2B. It was also a really funny chapter. I'm glad it's hitting its stride. It feels very dense too, which I like. There were some great gags. I think my favorite gag, it actually made me laugh out loud, was when the vice president, or whatever you want to call him, the minister of opening and closing curtains, realized that he had awakened to power, and then he went to use his power, and then the next panel was him closing a curtain with his mind, and then being pissed about it. I thought that was really funny. That got me laughing. And I really liked the new guy's power to summon a little expendable mascot. Funny series. The comedic timing is great. It's like a taste of home. I love it. Keep it up. And lastly, Akane Banashi was great. kind of more of the same that's been going on. Exploration of, you know, Kaisei's character, and he's telling his story. You know, good stuff. Good stuff. Chapter of the week for me this week. I think I'm going to give it to One Piece. I really liked it. But genuinely, it was a pretty good manga week. Kagurabachi was great. Kiyoshi was really funny, and I enjoyed it as a breath of fresh air from the like action lately. And Class 2B was great. Those are my three like runner-ups: Kagurabachi, Kiyoshi, and Class 2B. And Ichi was really good too. That might also be in contention there. That was a good one. Anyway, good stuff. Good manga this week. Kyoshika, what about you? Any chapter of the week? Any you know, bronze medal, silver medal? Well, Kyoshika Mogadori only deals in absolutes. There's no runner-up. Chapter of the week? Why, it has to be Kagurabachi. Of course. Lady Kurara! Oh, she's back. That's not the reaction I was expecting. I'm not asking for a victory party or anything, but you can at least relax now. The sponsor's gone. It kind of sucks, Takumi. We were having fun. We were having fun? Shoma was gonna die tomorrow. Yeah, whatever. Ah. Oh, you got some marshmallow on your face, bud. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is a real mood killer. You guys gonna need some time, huh? Let's call it here for the day. We can always accept your praise and adulation later. I'll see you all in the gym later. If you catch my drift. Things still feeling awkward between us and the other teams, we went our separate ways and I returned to my room.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
Yeah, they're so ungrateful.
Get ready for your 31st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Break time! It's break time! It's break time, break time, break time. Alright, I will be back in 15 minutes. We're gonna say, I don't know, 3:33-ish or so. 3:35, you know, keep it simple. And we'll be back and see if these stupid friends of ours are grateful for what we've done. Or how they're gonna turn it on Takumi this time. Oh, well, we'll see. All right. BRB.